Good morning, community, my family. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. No relief in sight, guys. The heat is on, and it looks like it's going to be on for quite a while. And so things are starting to really fade here on the garden. So let's check out what's going on here. Well, our tomato plants are saying they've just about had it, but guys, we still have lots of tomatoes in here that we need to harvest. I'm canning, I'm making salsa, and we're selling them in the market daily. But these are going to quickly come to an end here real soon because the heat is taking its toll. I'm just glad that the plants are supporting the fruit that's on there right now, for now. And boy, do we have loads of tomatoes still to pick. The peppers are coming into their adulthood. I got some beautiful cayennes over there. But guys, let me tell you, they're struggling too because of this heat that we're experiencing here. Ooh-wee. These blueberry cherry tomatoes are still very prolific, but I think that these vines are probably gonna die off, but I might can clip some at the bottom because here is one coming up where Greg clipped, and maybe keep these going through the fall. That's certainly my intention. And these big old brandywines are finally coming to fruition. Can you see the size of that? About the only thing in here that looks like it's gonna keep going is the okra, and we do have some squash that's looking okay. I'm not ready to pull these up yet, guys. I'm trying to hang on to them. And look, I even have some butternut in here that's really coming up. But yeah, the okra is probably pretty much, and some of the purple whole peas, it's gonna keep going in here, but the rest of it, besides the peppers, is probably gonna come up real soon. Greg has taken some of the suckers from those Perone plants and he's popped them in some jars. So we're hoping that some of these will take root and we'll be able to turn right around and plant these back. I don't think I've showed you our grapes yet, but we do have some. They're struggling, but I think that we'll get a little bit. Greg got enough last year to make us quite a bit of grape jelly, and it was very good. But you can see the heat's even taking its toll on these. And we've really got not much rain at all in a long time. And so this is what our ground is looking like. And the lakes here in Texas are starting to drop down again. So looks like we're headed for another drought if something doesn't change real quick. Greg started more seeds yesterday, and we're trying out a new company, and we're gonna see how these turn out. Now, these tomatoes are coming from the same company that came up with the blueberry cherry tomato that's very prolific. So we're testing this to see if we can do the same with his larger tomatoes. This is what 6:45 in the morning looks like in Texas, guys. We got to get everything done before that heat really comes down on us. It's hard to breathe here, guys. It's hard to breathe. The air is so thick. So thank goodness the girls are doing good. We come out here and spray them off in the afternoon and make them a puddle of water in there, and they love it. On to the back acre to see what's going on out here. Things are struggling, but they're still turning green. And see, here's the ground out here, with the exception of where we've got the irrigation. Got a couple of little watermelons coming in. And I saw some rabbit damage yesterday, guys, on one of my cantaloupes, and I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm gonna leave it on here, hoping it's the bait plant, because I have several more on here that I'd really like to get. Purple whole peas are looking pretty good, actually. I can't wait for them to start flowering out. They probably will here real soon. But yeah, they're looking pretty good. And purple whole peas and black-eyed peas are very heat tolerant, and they're pretty versatile when it comes to your soil. But we did use the mycorrhizal on these to help feed this dirt, so when we get ready to plant again, it'll have some of that in it, because purple whole peas, aka cow peas, or a good source or a good cover crop. Okra is looking pretty good too out here. So these little zucchini plants are starting to give me some little zucchinis. We'll see how they do. They're looking better, looking way better than they have. So who knows, I might get some zucchinis out of these. So this back here was just an experiment to see how things would prosper. And we see that they're struggling. Rehabbing your soil, guys, is a lengthy process. And Greg has been working on it for, I think this is his second year. And we're going to keep working on it because we need this land. So we still don't have any estimations on the new engine for the truck, and our mechanic has checked it out thoroughly, and that's exactly what it is. So I'm hoping to get some answers today. You guys keep praying for an effectively costed motor for my truck, because we desperately need it. We're using Greg's mom's car right now, and I really hate being without my transportation, but we're so thankful that his mom has allowed us to use her car. So again, we're in between seasons, and so this little high tunnel is just about cleaned out, guys, with the exception of my herbs, a couple of pepper plants, and a couple of tomato plants. But let me know your opinion on this. So this is where I grew my squash, and I think I'm gonna try for some fall onions, and I think I'm gonna do my seed starts here. I think I'm just gonna scatter the seeds in here, gently rake them over and keep them watered, and see if I can't get some little bulbs to pop in the ground sometime next month. So the first date of our, or the date of our first frost or whatever, is usually around the middle of November. So I just might have enough time to get another harvest of onions in. Let me know your thoughts. So we have our little market set up, and the good Lord has given me a nice breeze. Right now we're in the mid 80s, loving this. And we had two of our community members come by, Sylvia and Nick, and we appreciated visiting with them, and they came out and got some produce from us. It was so nice to visit with them and get to meet some of our community. So Greg's in yonder straining some more tomatoes, and then he's going to cook them down, and then he's going to load up that freeze dryer again to make some more tomato powder. And we're going to look at doing some other spices with that and see what we can come up with. So what in the world are we going to do when our tomatoes are done picking? And I think okra is going to keep going. I think my purple whole peas are going to keep going. The squash is going to die off. And then we'll have bell peppers. So we're starting to get limited on what we can sell in our market. We understand that. We know that's just the nature of it. So we're going to be starting our fall seeds, and I'm going to start them. I think I'm going to start them early, guys, because I can foster them. I can go ahead and start them in the little seed trays. Then I can put them in the 3-inch pots, and then I can put them in the little 6-inch pots, and then move them out to the back pasture, or even somewhere in the other high tunnel, depending on what they are. I don't think I'm going to do, like I've told you in the past, the brassicas in there, because they just get infested with aphids no matter what time of year it is. So I think, still pondering. We'll probably do beets again in that big high tunnel, and do some pickled beets, and the beet powder is really good stuff. And I'll probably do some onions in there, but I'm also going to put some on that back pasture. And then, so what am I going to be growing for the fall? I'm going to start all my brassicas. I'm going to do cabbages, cauliflower, broccoli, and then I'm going to do some chard, some kale, some lettuces, radishes. We have some horseradish over here I want to put in the ground. Let's see, what else am I going to do? We're going to try to get a fully rounded back pasture of vegetables to offer to our community. That is our intent. We're praying that the Lord will bless our efforts and will bless our hands. And so yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get my seeds going. And one of the reasons why is that La Nina pattern. So the La Nina pattern may bring us some cooler temps starting at the end of August, and hopefully, oh, I'd give anything, guys, to get a cool September, because September's when I was growing up used to be, we would start getting cool right after Labor Day, and we would be in the upper 50s, lower 60s at night, and probably the 80s during the day. But the last couple of Septembers, we've just carried right on over. So the summer months for us is really like, 6 months sometimes. May, June, July, August, September. 5 months, 6 months sometimes, because last year in April we were already in the 90s and 100s. So La Nina could bring us quite a bit of wet weather. So I want to get my plants established and get them healthy enough to sustain maybe some stress, some water stress. But we're also going to have irrigation back there, of course. But we really want to offer a full selection of vegetables for our customers. Not to mention ourselves and our family. So a couple of things. Oh, I think I'm going to put some carrots back there too. So a couple of things though that do real good in the high tunnels, in the cool months. Onions do fantastic. Celery, carrots have done fantastic. Kale in the past has done well, but it is attracting the aphids and stuff. I might put a couple of plants in there, but we'll see. I'm still kind of up in the air with everything I want to do, but we'll see. Lord's been very merciful to me. There's some clouds coming in and a breeze, thank goodness. But anyway, if you've been watching our channel for any length of time, you know that I throw the calendar out the window now. The last 3 or 4 years have not been proper planting schedules because of the way our weather swings are. We're cold, we're hot in the spring, and so we really have to try to adjust on that. And then we're really not getting cold right now until December. Again, that could change, guys, with an El Nino pattern. And I'll take the rain. I'll take every ounce of rain that we can get. And sometimes we take risk, and sometimes they nip us in the rear end. But so far, I think that the risk that we've taken on planting on off-season, I guess is what you'd call it, we've had pretty good success. And I'm thankful, very thankful for that. So we'll be doing that again this fall. And so look for me to start my seeds probably in the next couple of days. Like I said, I can transplant them and keep moving them up until I'm comfortable putting them out back or wherever it is I decide that I'm going to put a lot of my vegetables. While I'm manning my market, I'm harvesting my mustard green seeds, guys, and look how tiny they are. But this seems to be the easiest way for me into a little egg crate corner because these are so tiny. See, I have to make sure and keep them captured. But you know, the Bible tells us if we have faith the size of a mustard seed, and you can see just how little those mustard seeds are. We just had a couple from Little Rock, Arkansas come pick up some tomatoes and some salsa and some dill. And we want to say thanks to Mike and Missy all the way from Arkansas. Now, they didn't come see us, but their daughter is local, and she is in labor right now, and her name is Sarah, so keep her in your prayers, guys. But yeah, it's nice to get to know people here in the community, and the world really is very small. Greg has been super duper duper busy. Look at this huge pot of tomato sauce that he is boiling down. Oh my goodness. We got tomato sauce coming out of our ears. But it's a very good problem to have because a lot of this is going to go back in our pantry as either tomato sauce, tomato juice, tomato powder, or pasta sauce, which that pasta sauce is so good. Guys, you can also do the brown bag seed saving method, which I'm doing a little bit right now, but you see you still have to go in there and sort out the husk. And what I did is I just cut off the plants, put them upside down in my brown paper bag, and then just squished them and crunched them up. And then you can see the seeds down there, but I got to get these husks out. Ta-da! Now there they are. Now these seeds are so little that they get in every little nook and cranny of the sack, but I'll bop it around and put it into my seed pack for planting this fall and next spring. So I just use these little bitty manila envelopes. You can see, I think I have plenty of mustard green seeds. Plenty for us and plenty to sell. So guys, thank you for spending my morning with me. I got about another hour to go here in my market. Thank the Lord, he's still giving me a cloudy day with a little bit of a breeze. The breeze isn't as strong as it was a while ago. So hopefully that answers your questions as to what do we do in off seasons. We gather seeds, we start planting again, we'll be transplanting, we're still harvesting, we'll be canning, we'll preserve everything that we can. And so look forward to visiting with you guys some more when we start some of our fall seeds, and when we start planting on that back acre, and when we start planting back in the high tunnels. That one over there, it's got to be cleaned out, but we're not ready to remove anything yet. We want to wait and get everything that we can. So pray, because we are looking like we're going to be in the hundreds all next week. It's going to be a miserably hot and humid week. It's going to be dangerous again here in Texas, and we really, really, really need rain. So thank you guys for watching. Love you all. See you soon.